What's up, squad? It's your boy Knockout360 with another video. So as you can tell, I'm in a car that makes it a car vlog. You know how it's going down when I come around. Let's go ahead and get into it. So today, I just want to hit you with something quick. But before we get into that, as always, make sure you hit that subscription button. I believe it's over here. If it's not, then hit it over here. After you hit that subscription button, make sure you hit that notification bell to make sure you guys are up to date on all the latest videos, right? I'm actually off of work for the next 2 weeks, so I'm going to be pumping them out back to back to back to back. I'm not throwing money. I'm talking about videos. But yeah, they're going to be coming in fast and furious, so make sure that you're tuned in for that so that you don't miss anything and you're up to date on everything. As always, happy holidays to you and yours. Make sure you enjoy it, and remember the reason for the season. It's forgiving, right? Forgiving, not forgiving. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. So today I was on the internet doing some research or whatever, man, and it turns out, contrary to what you may believe, the most rare Dodge Challenger isn't the Demon. It's not the red eye hellcat. It's not the regular hellcat. It's not an SRT 392. It's actually, you guessed it, the Dodge Challenger 1320 edition, right? So if you know anything about the 1320, let's go ahead and break it down from the top here. 1320, the first time that they actually released the 1320, if I'm not mistaken, was in 2018, 2019. 6.4 liter V8, 485 horsepower, Challenger 392, SRT tuned suspension, bigger Brembo brakes, swap the supercharged V8 for a naturally aspirated 6.4 liter Hemi. It was specifically, this was 2019, excuse me, it was specifically built for the track. It was actually a detuned version of the Hellcat, detuned version of the Hellcat as we know it. It's only putting down 485 horsepower, which is pretty much standard for the 392s, but it's specifically geared for the track, obviously with the name 1320, 1,320 feet and, you know, a quarter mile. So 1,320 feet of drag strip. I'm sorry. I guess that's a quarter mile. Like I said, math is not where I'm at. It was specifically geared towards the drag strip, specifically geared towards going straight, right? Well, Dodge released that in 2019, and that was going to be one of their, you know, kind of premium packages here, similar to the Demon. It was going to come with the seat delete option to where you could only have one seat. Of course, nothing here. Of course, nothing in the back. Just completely gutted. Just one seat for the driver. It's going to have all the SRT suspension, all of the SRT tuning that you're accustomed to in a Hellcat. It's going to have the SRT pages, launch control, the whole nine. Just not that big 6.2 liter supercharged Hellcat engine, right? So in the year 2019, they actually released 1,054 of the 1320 edition Challengers, right? The reason that is interesting is because the Demon, the most powerful car known to man, most powerful muscle car known to man, they actually released 3,300 units of those. They released damn near triple of the Demon as opposed to the 1320. The Demon's all over the world. At this point, it's probably all over the lots waiting for somebody to come and buy them. 3,300 units of the Demon, 300 for the Canadian market, which obviously left 3,000 for the US market. The 1320, however, they only released 1,054. 1,026 were in the US, and they gave 28 to Canada, which kind of sucks for you Canadians out there. You only got 28. That really sucks, man. But they came in all new colors. They came in the maximum steel color. They came in the billet. Let's see here. They came in the billet color, the yellow jacket. These were all pre-production colors that they released in 2019 that they debuted with the 1320. They said that one of the most popular colors was the pitch black for obvious reasons, I guess, right? Just keep it simple, keep it black, get it out there. The reason that this has become the most rare Challenger out there is because 2020 is coming around, literally this time next week, right? Or tomorrow next week or whatever. And Dodge is going to be releasing the 1320 in the 2020 Dodge Challenger edition, right? Well, they're going to be releasing even less than the 1,054 that they released last year. If I'm not mistaken, in 2020, they're going to be releasing somewhere between like 900 to 950. It's going to be a lot more rare to get a 2020 Dodge Challenger 1320. a lot more rare. And of course, you know, if they're only releasing 950, 50 of those are probably going to Canada and the other 900 to the States. So if you're in Canada, good luck. I'm not sure why it's so rare. To be quite honest with you, I'm not sure why it's so rare. The reason I say that is because we talk about 392s all day long. We talk about 6.4 liter Hemis all day long, 485 horsepower all day long. The only thing that I could think of is it's one of those things where maybe you're getting the Demon performance in the sense that you're getting the one seat delete option where you just got one seat. You're getting the SRT suspension. You're getting the SRT tuning. You're getting the SRT pages. You're just not getting that 840 horsepower 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi that we're used to in the Demon, right? But of course, you're getting all of that minus the 6.2 liter Hemi for a fraction of the cost, right? You're going to be getting that 1320 right around 48,000, possibly 50 after the dealership marks it up. You may get it under 50. I don't know. So that's probably the allure of the 1320 is that, you know, on the outside, it looks like, you know, your standard 392, your standard Dodge Challenger 392 Scat Pack or TA or whatever the case may be. But when you get on the inside, you got the SRT suspension, you got the SRT tuning, you got the SRT pages, you got launch control, you got everything with the exception of a few things that you would get in the Demon in a 392. And you're getting all that for literally half the cost. I mean, you know, the Demons are probably going for 100,000 plus, 6 figures plus, right? Well, you're getting that 1320 for right around 50K. So that's probably the allure of it, as opposed to, you know, what somebody would do going out and get a Scat Pack and then maybe getting some third party or aftermarket suspension, aftermarket tuning, and just dealing with the standard, you know, RT Scat Pack pages that, or Dodge pages that it comes with, Dodge performance pages. In this case, you're kind of getting everything without paying 6 figures, and you're not getting a 6.2 liter, but I guess I can see the allure. Me personally, I didn't think that the 1320 was going to go and do as well as it has, but apparently it has, so much so that Dodge is going to release it again in 2020, and they're going to release it in even more limited numbers, right? Probably under 1,000 at this point. You guys in Canada will be lucky to get 50. And then the States, that means, you know, out of the billions of people in the United States, we're going to have to fight over 900 1320s. Not to mention, not to say that there are a billion people trying to buy a Dodge Challenger 1320, but you get what I'm saying. It's going to be hard. It's going to be limited. I don't know if any of my subscribers have a 1320. If you do, let me know. Shoot me a comment, a message, whatever the case may be. But, yeah, it's going to be pretty limited, man. It's going to be pretty limited, and they're dropping the new colors with the 2020. And when I say the new colors, I'm talking about the new colors from 2019 that they debuted with the 2020. And that in and of itself is going to make it even more rare if you decide that you want a billet silver or maximum steel 1320. Good luck. You can probably find a pitch black 1320 all day long, but a maximum steel billet silver, good luck with those colors, man. I don't see that happening, man. But, you know, it's just interesting that that's the most rare Challenger out there right now over the Demon. Is it the most sought after Challenger? I don't know. That's questionable. Maybe when you look at the numbers and the fact that the quantity is so limited, I guess you could make an argument that maybe it is the most sought after Challenger, but more than likely not so much. But then again, when you think about it, not everybody wants to pay 6 figures for a Dodge. Understandably so, but they want that power, so that's where the 1320 comes into play. I think it's dope. I think it's cool that that's the most sought after or most rare Challenger in the books right now, but they're just going to keep going with it. Dodge is going to make it even more rare. In the year 2020, you'll be lucky to cross 1,000 units for the States, and probably, you know, less than 50 in Canada, man. So it's going to be kind of tough, man. But as always, man, like, subscribe, comment. It's me, your boy, Knockout 360. If you like the type of videos that I'm doing here, I'm putting up playlists in the top left and right-hand corner so you guys can choose. You want the crazy stuff or you want the cool, calm, collected conversations that we have in the car? It's your choice, but make sure you make a choice. And then after you make that choice, hit that subscription button with the notification bell. As always, it's been your boy, Knockout 360, and I'll see you the next one. Peace.